So today is my first day in Bangkok, Thailand. I arrived into Thailand, I don't even know what the time was, like 6 o'clock Thailand time. I was awake for like over 30 hours yesterday. I got up at like 2 a.m. at New Zealand time, flew to Sydney, and then I had to pretty much run from gate in Sydney airport to my flight in Bangkok because our flight from Wellington was delayed, so it meant it was a very short time between the two, so that was a little bit stressy, having to go through security and stuff like that. They were really good though, they rushed us through, and I was really lucky because on my flight from Wellington to Sydney I actually had a Qantas crew that I knew. There was someone I did my Qantas training with, Mark. Shout out to Mark, he's so cool. He actually gave me some gifts, which was quite cute, because when you're crew you're not actually allowed anything, like, ever. So I'm going to give these to Brooke. Brooke's going to be chuffed. I've actually already got these, but Qantas keyring. And I got a couple of Qantas hats, which will be really good actually. I did bring a cap, but I can never say wrong to a hat. They're not the prettiest of looking hats, but you know, a hat is a hat. So at the moment it is at 6:38 in the morning here in Thailand. Over in New Zealand it is nearly lunchtime. I managed to have a pretty good sleep. I got to the hotel here at, I think it was like, I want to say 9 o'clock, 9:30 Thailand time. The traffic was so bad, like it took us ages. We were meant to go to the hospital first because there was a lady that was on my flight who was going to go and have a pre-op when we landed, but there was just so much traffic. So we came to the hotel. They do buffet breakfast from 6 a.m. So I am going to go downstairs and actually have some breakfast. I have got my pre-op appointment today, so they will pick me up downstairs at the lobby at 7:30 and take me to the hospital to have my pre-op done. So I will film that for you guys. I've had so many people message me on Instagram being like, you need to make sure you're vlogging. So this will be like my YouTube vlog, but I will do little vlogs for my Instagram. But yeah, we're going to shoot downstairs. I'll take you guys with us so you can see what the breakfast is like. It is so hot here, like so hot. It is currently 26 degrees with 90% humidity. I've got makeup on today and I probably will end up taking it off. But anywho, we are going to go and get some breakfast. So far it is all good. I am sitting in here about to go in and get my first lot of x-rays done. A little bit nervous. So I've just got back to the hotel. I've just done all my pre-op checks. So they did my blood tests, my blood pressure, my weight, my height. Everything has come back a-okay, so they're super happy with the way that it's looking. So I'm now back at the hotel for a couple of hours, and then this afternoon at 3:30 I'll get picked up, go back to the hospital, have a consultation with my surgeon, and then I'll come back here. And then I get picked up tomorrow morning at about 10 a.m. to go in for surgery. Oh, it's all starting to become real. But I'm going to show you guys my view from my hotel room. It is so good. I will do a bit of a hotel room tour, but this room is not going to stay my room. I'm only here for last night and tonight, and then when I go to the hospital I actually check out, and then they'll check me back in to a different room. I'm actually going to go and smash a gym workout. Because I don't have surgery until tomorrow, I've got another day where I can get in a workout. So I'm going to go and do my lower body, because your girl's been dying. I haven't worked out in like 3 days. I feel like I need to get my body moving because I've been stuck on an airplane all day yesterday and haven't really done much. And then I'm going to go get my hair done because I haven't washed it and I want it to be nice and washed for surgery, nice and clean. So we're going to go for a stroll. So I will take you guys with me. So I've just finished my gym workout and now I'm going to go for a little stroll down to find somewhere to get my hair done. The places that the ladies recommended for me to get my hair done, it's not actually open today, so that's okay. I'm sure there'll be somewhere else that I can find. She is humid. I'm like sticky and warm. So we're gonna go and find a hair salon. It is such a vibe, like it is actually so cool. It is raining, but it's not too hot. Like it's right, but it doesn't actually like really matter because you're hot anyway. When I was on the plane yesterday, I was sitting next to this Thai woman who is from Thailand, and she gave me some really good tips and tricks. She told me to stay away from street food for at least 3 days because being European, our tummies aren't used to spices, and I don't eat spicy food. So she told me to stay away from street food for 3 days until my tummy kind of gets used to eating stuff. So we'll do that. And also, people don't stop doing road. So when you're like walking and stuff like that, people don't stop. They just go around. So I went in today and had my consultation with my surgeon this afternoon, and it was actually really overwhelming. I got so overwhelmed, and I think because I was there by myself and maybe, I don't know, the language, you know, not speaking the best English, it was a little bit scary. But my whole surgery plan has actually changed. So I was booked in to have my boobs done and having a breast lift, but he thinks I don't need to have a breast lift anymore, so we aren't going to do that. So I actually get a refund from my surgery because it isn't going to cost as much. But I have decided to go for the more expensive implants. They last a bit longer, they're a little bit more of a natural feel, but I'll go over that later on. It is currently 7:20 at night here in Thailand. I've got a fast tomorrow morning from 10 a.m. so I can't have anything after 10. So I am going to have my dinner. I'll have buffet breakfast in the morning early, then I'll fast. I've got to pack my suitcases. I haven't actually unpacked them, so that's handy, but I've got to pack them because I've got to check out and go to the hospital. I was meant to be staying there for 3 nights, but because my surgery I'm having now is less invasive, like it's only going to be a couple of small incisions, means I only have to stay for 1 night. So my recovery is going to be a lot faster than I expected, which is amazing. So it means that I'll have more time to kind of explore and do some fun stuff. So I went on Grab. So in Thailand they've got Grab. It's kind of like Uber Eats. And I ordered some food. Bit naughty, I got pizza. But it was so fast. Like I was on FaceTime talking and I was ordering my dinner at the same time, and I was like, oh well, I better go. Like, you know, it said it was gonna be half an hour away. Went on to the app. Oh, then I got off my phone and he messaged me being like, I'm downstairs. So it literally took like 10 minutes. So good. It was 284 baht, which is $14.43 in New Zealand, and that was for a pizza, chips, and a Coke, plus it's delivered, so that's all included. So $14, I got my dinner delivered to my hotel. How good. So I'm going to show you. So it's from a place called Soho Pizza. And I'm going to eat my pizza. I'm going to watch some telly, get some sleep before my surgery tomorrow. So I've just come into my hospital room where I am going to be for the next wee while. It's quite nice actually, in bed, got a big telly, kitchenette, dining table, and a bathroom. I've got to have a shower now and put on my gown and everything. It's starting to feel quite real, guys. It's happening. We're getting the new tartars. So I am currently in the room getting prepped for surgery. They've just put an IV line in. I did ask what it is, but she couldn't tell me, so I ChatGPT'd and asked. It is to help with hydration, and they do it normally before you get put under general. So it's getting closer to the time. So 4 hours to go now. I've got to take all my piercings out. I've got to take my makeup off, my lashes off. I look way different. It's kind of scary. So I am back in my hotel room. I've been discharged from the hospital. I've been back in the hotel room for a little while now. I am going to give myself a sponge bath. I'm not allowed to wet my incisions. So at the hospital they gave me some Dettol soap, which is like a antibacterial soap, and they've told me that I can disconnect the shower head, wash the lower part of my body like I would normally, and then just wet a cloth with a bit of that soap around the top of my chest, and then just with a dry towel afterwards just dab my incisions underneath. So I've got a tight compression bra on. I've got to wear this for as long as I can. It's really tight, so you put the band on top of the implants to help push them down. I had only seen them once without this on, so I'm a little bit excited. I've got no pain, like my arms are fine, I can move my arms. It's just a little bit sore in the incisions, but I've just taken all my medication. So I'm gonna have a quick shower, and I've got a sleeping tablet to take just before I go to sleep, and then I'll hopefully sleep. It is still quite early here, it's only like 7:45 I think, but I'm pretty tired. So I look like shit. I got back into the hotel last night, yesterday afternoon from the hospital. So I would say that today is like my first proper day being out of hospital. I'm actually not feeling too bad. I feel alright. I am actually going to go and get a facial done. At the hotel they have a spa, and the lady said they can prop me up so I don't have to lie flat. So I just have to sit up a little bit. So she's going to pop some pillows so I can get a little bit of a facial, which will be nice. But healing is going great. They don't hurt at all. Like I am so much more, what's the word? Like I'm so much more mobile than I thought I would be. I didn't think I'd be able to like lift my arms and stuff, but I can lift my arms, I can get myself dressed. I did wonder though, because I have read online and stuff about having to get your dressings changed, and I didn't get any dressings in my bag of medication. So then I was like, oh my God, like nurses are only downstairs during the week, not on the weekends. I was like, oh my God, what do I do? But it's really good because Destination Beauty have a Facebook chat that you get joined into once you've had surgery. So you can message them and they'll get back to you ASAP. So I just popped in a message just asking about when do I change my dressings? I don't know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And she looked into it and replied and told me that I don't need to change my dressings because the type of dressings that they've used are waterproof, and I don't need to change them. So I've got an appointment with the nurse on Monday, so that's in 2 days time, well not tomorrow but the day after, and they are actually downstairs at the hotel, so I just have to go down to the ground floor and they have got a nurse's room there, so she will look at my incisions and stuff then and change my dressings if they need to be changed. But I thought that was pretty cool. Really easy to communicate with them. I've had the best experience with Destination Beauty. It's been great. I am in a different hotel room now, so this room has got 2 single beds, which is all gravy, but I will be moving in a few days because my partner is actually coming, so we will go into a different room. But it is still quite warm. I haven't left the hotel today. I have just kind of relaxed and slept a lot because I'm on codeine and other sorts of medication that makes me quite tired, so I've slept a lot today. But I'm going now to go downstairs to get a facial, and I'm looking forward to it because it always makes you feel good. So I just went for a wee walk down to the 7-Eleven, which is just around the corner, to get me some goodies because I need to have something to eat so I can take my lunchtime medication. And then something for dinner, and I didn't really want to order grab again tonight, so I decided to have a look and see what the 7-Eleven has got. I have to admit it's quite hard because so much stuff is in Thai, like it does have English on it, but I have no idea what I bought, so let's hope that it tastes alright. I bought these pork and chive wontons with dipping sauce. No idea if that's going to give me the shits or not, but it looked yum. And then I got some ham and cheese croissants. I did have these when I first got to Thailand, when I was staying in the other hotel room, and they were really yum. They're only tiny, so it's like a nice little snack. I got some little lollies. Because if you know me, you know I love sweets, so with that. And then I saw they had this lip and cheek tattoo tint. Doesn't tell you how to use it, not in English, but thought it was kind of cute. Give it a go. And then when I was on the plane on the way to Thailand, I was sitting next to this lovely, lovely Thai woman, and she gave me heaps of tips and tricks and things to try. And she told me to try this meal. It's white rice noodles with tender pork and gravy sauce. Like, she even went to the extent of Googling it, and she told me to get it because it is delicious. Again, don't know if it's going to give me the shits or not. And then of course trusty old Coke Zero, because we love some Coke Zeros. And then I got a low-fat strawberry flavoured milk because I love that. Now, should we work out how much this cost us? It cost me 232 baht. And that equates to... So for all of that, the meal, the wontons, the croissants, 2 drinks, lollies, and this lip tint, $11.85 New Zealand. How fucking good. I am going to have the wontons, I think, with some strawberry milk, and then I'll have the noodles for dinner. But, I'm sorry, $11 for all of that is insane. So I thought it was about time I did a room tour. This is my 3rd hotel room since being here, but this is our final one. The reason for that is because I was only here for a night before I went to the hospital. And then when I came out of the hospital, I came back earlier than I was meant to. So this room wasn't ready for me, so I had to stay in a different room. But now this room is ready for me. So I thought I would give you a wee tour. Quite nice, like got a nice little dining area. And you've got a kitchen with a washer and a cooktop. You can cook if you want to, but obviously it's easier not to. Little full-length mirror. Little lounge. To be honest, I haven't even used any of the lounges in the rooms because I haven't been here. Let's take the jandals off. And then this is our view. Honestly, Thailand is just beautiful. We come through here. And this is our bedroom. Nice big bed. You can ask for mattress toppers for your bed. Like a mattress topper would be a good idea if you've had quite serious surgery and you're going to be bedridden for a while. For me, the bed's not too bad. I'm not really in there that much because I've only had my boobs done. But if you're having a tummy tuck and stuff like that, you can ask reception downstairs for a mattress topper, and they will come and pop one of those on there for you to make it a little bit more comfy. And then you've got some wardrobes, and in there is your safe. Highly recommend put everything in there, passports, money, all of that. I always keep my passports in there. I've only just got in this room, so there is nothing in there. But definitely use your safe. You do have to take your passport to the hospital with you though, so do remember to take that. And to your initial pre-op check appointment, because they need your passport details. They need your passport details to put everything into the system. Now, this is messy in here because I've just chucked shit in there, but you've also got a wardrobe. And you get some complimentary gowns to use while you're here. You're not allowed to keep them, but you are allowed to purchase them if you want. And then there is the little slippies that everybody loves. You can actually keep the slippers if you want to. And obviously, if you want to hang up your clothes, you can hang up your clothes. Somerset's swimming pool is actually closed at the moment for emergency maintenance, which I'm assuming is from the Bangkok earthquake they had not long ago. It is opening up next week, so I will definitely be going down there. Can't swim, but I can. This bathroom's quite nice. Nice big mirrors with your towels, which they change daily, and a nice big shower, plus toilet. Honestly, my experience here so far has been great. They do not let you do anything. Like, wouldn't even let me bring my bags to this room. They called for a bellboy. But I'll take you outside. You can go out onto the veranda. This is the smallest balcony we've had. The other balconies I've had were a lot bigger, and I had balconies outside my bedroom and outside the lounge. What? It is so hot out here. But you can see lots of hotels have swimming pools. Ours does, like I said, but it's just broken at the moment. And the tennis court. Honestly, Thailand is beautiful. It is so hot. It is currently 34 degrees with 99% humidity. Yeah, that is the room tour of the hotel in Somerset, which is where you stay when you have your surgery at Destination Beauty. The staff are amazing. They will literally do everything for you. They do not want you to do a thing. You also get complimentary buffet breakfast every day, so that is open from 6 a.m. till 10:30 a.m. I'm pretty sure it is. You get little white pieces of paper that you have to take down with you. The buffet breakfast is really good. I have got some footage of that, so I will add that into the video. I find that I just stick to the same food because I know what I like, but it is yummy, so definitely make the most of the breakfast buffet. Downstairs there's also a tour desk, so you can go down and talk to them and they can help you book things and get tours and stuff organised. On level 5 there is a gym, which I have been to, and it's an alright gym. It's not the best gym, but I went before I had my surgery. Can't go now. Oh, sad face. But it's a really good gym, just to get your things moving. They've also got a kids play area, so kind of like I don't even know what you call it, like a kids playroom, which is quite cool. And they've also got the Heavenly Spa. I've gone and had a facial, and oh my god, it was such a nice facial. She did like facial, she did my arms, she gave me a back massage and a head massage. It was to die for. They've been closed as well, which I'm assuming is from earthquake stuff, and they reopened this week. So I managed to get a pretty good deal for that. I think it cost me 14 New Zealand dollars. So downstairs on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 2 p.m, Destination Beauty run a brunch. So you just sign on, we all meet down at the lobby and we go off and we have a little like high tea. So I haven't done it before. I've met quite a lot of the ladies that are here, so that will be kind of nice to just go and have a little chinwag and have some little snacks, and then I will come back and probably have a wee nap. And my partner's arriving tonight. So excited. So yeah. So I realized I never filmed the end of this vlog about my surgery. So since I did my Thailand video, you can tell I've got different hair now. My hair color is slightly different, but I'm still the same gal. So I thought I would just give you guys the full rundown on who I used, what implants I got, blah, blah, blah. So I went through Destination Beauty. You can go onto their website. I will add the link and stuff in the bio. They were incredible. I cannot fault Destination Beauty at all. I had a fantastic experience. It obviously depends on each individual.
but I can't fault it. I had a fantastic experience through them. My surgeon was fantastic. My representative was great. I had the best time. So I ended up having just breast implants. So I was originally booked in for a breast lift and implants. However, when I saw the surgeon and had my consultation, he said that I didn't need a lift and that we could create a lifted look without having to do such a full-on surgery. So I only had implants done, which meant I only had to stay for one night. And my incisions are tiny, like they're so small, they are up underneath, you can barely see them, so I'm super happy. What we did to be able to give the lifted look without having the lift is I have got full profile implants, so they sit quite high in comparison to somebody that has a moderate implant. We didn't go under my muscle. The reason for this is because of what I do for a job, being a hairdresser, and also being in the gym doing my bodybuilding. They didn't want to cut my chest muscles because it can lessen your strength and your recovery time can be a lot longer. And because obviously we wanted the lifted look, we went above the muscle. So I've got a full profile implant which sits on top of my muscle. I ended up upgrading my implants. So I have the Motiva implants. So they are more ergonomically designed. They are a lot more natural looking. They're like a jelly. So like if you were to cut it in half, it's like a gummy bear. So they feel more like a real breast. They look like a real breast. If I lie down, they will move with me instead of just being two hard melons on my chest. I didn't want them to look super fake, so I'm really happy with that result. Because I didn't get a breast lift, I did actually get a refund. So I got a refund, I think it was about 2,500 New Zealand dollars. And that was after upgrading my implants. So if I didn't upgrade my implants, I would have got a little bit more back. But I wanted to kind of do the Rolls Royce. You may as well, if you're doing it, you may as well do it properly. When the surgeon went in, I actually have more breast tissue on my left side. So my implants are two different sizes. So on my left, I've got a 335cc, and on my right, I've got a 355cc. When I stand there with no top on, you can't tell. They look the same size, which I'm super happy with. The one thing I loved about the whole process is how honest the surgeon was and how he explained everything in depth. So because I'm quite thin anyway, when I go into a bodybuilding prep, so that's when you like shred down and you get really ripped, he said that I might get rippling in my implants. So just on the sides, they might ripple and you'll probably be able to see the shape of the implant. And that is because they're on top of my muscle. Obviously, you're not in that shredded phase for ages. You're just in that for your prep. So I'm not too worried about that. But I thought it was really cool that he explained that to me so that when it does happen, I don't freak out. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck's wrong with my implant? If I was to have any more cosmetic surgery done, I most definitely would go through Destination Beauty. I had the best time. They were super accommodating. So I highly, highly, highly recommend Destination Beauty. Obviously go and do your own research too, but I cannot fault it. I am very happy. I am currently 7 weeks post-op. And I couldn't be happier. I'm back at the gym. I'm getting back into my routine and I feel that they don't look super fake. Obviously, unless you knew what I looked like before, they kind of fit my frame quite well. So I'm a happy girl. But thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe and follow along because I am going to get better at my YouTube. And if you have any questions or anything in regards to going overseas for surgery, pop them down below and I will answer them all. So much love to you guys all.